Good morning, children, and welcome back. Now we will study Reproduction in Plants, Part 4, that is fertilization. Children, fertilization is the process of fusion of male and female gametes in the ovules. So, the process of fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote is called as fertilization. Now, after fertilization, the zygote develops into an embryo. The ovule then develops into the seed and the ovary develops into the fruit. As you can clearly see in this diagram, children, you can see when the pollen grains get transferred to the stigma of the same flower or some other flower of the same kind, a thin tube is sent out into the pistil from the pollen grains, and this is called as the pollen tube. The pollen tube, after penetrating the stigma, travels through the style and reaches the female ovule in the ovary to form the zygote. After zygote formation, following changes occur, that is, the parts of the flower, sepals, petals, carpel, and stamen shed off after drying. Then ovary persists and ripens. Fruit is formed from the ripened ovary. The ovules, which store the food, convert into seeds. The zygote starts dividing and growing and forms an embryo. Thus, the seed containing a young plant in the form of an embryo is formed. It is protected by a hard covering called seed coat and has stored food. The fruit, which is formed from the ovary, may be as hard as almonds and walnuts, or as juicy or fleshy as an orange and mangoes. You can see in this slide clearly, children. Now next we will move to seed dispersal. Children, seed dispersal means the process of carrying away seeds from one place to another is called as dispersal of seeds. Seeds are dispersed by wind, water, and animals. Seeds dispersed by wind are light, have wings or hairs so that they are easily blown away by wind. For example, drumstick, maple, sunflower, and oak. In first figure, you can see these are the seeds of drumstick and seeds of maple. You can see seeds have wings, and in the second and third you can see the hairy fruit of sunflower and the seeds of oak. Now the seeds dispersed by water have spongy or fibrous outer cover so that they can float on water. For example, coconut. Seeds dispersed by animals have spines with hooks so that they can get attached to the bodies of the animals. For example, xanthium. Xanthium is the last figure of this slide. So children, this is how seed dispersal takes place in flowers. Now some seeds are dispersed when the fruits burst with sudden jerks. The seeds are scattered far away from their parent plant. This happens in case of castor and balsam. Now, the seeds and fruits of the plants are carried away by wind, water, and animals, as I told you earlier. So, children, I hope you might have understood. Thank you, children. Thank you, and have a nice day ahead.